3, 2, 1. All right. Are you fucking recording?
Okay. Man, that guy behind the camera is weird.
Yeah, he's a new addition to the crew because the Rooftop Podcast was doing so well in the very first episode that we actually were signed by Joe Rogan's new... he started a company because his podcast was so successful.
Oh, shit.
Really now? Just going to come on my podcast with your... Is that the last alarm you have?
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, Joe Rogan, it's basically like a scholarship for podcasts. So I applied.
Okay.
And we got Carlos, who was our camera guy. He's behind the camera. He's a really cool guy. He's doing well with the equipment. So
yeah, he's doing something with the equipment.
Yeah. But welcome back to episode number 2 of the Rooftop Podcast. This episode will be taking place on my roof, my house, and Greg is absent from the picture. We tried multiple times to try to get him here, and he did not respond to any of our pleas.
Greg didn't want to be here. He felt the podcast was going to be a huge failure and never wanted to be a part of it to begin with. So we've decided to oust Greg from the podcast.
We decided right now to oust Greg from the podcast. Greg, you should have been here.
Should have been here.
You had multiple opportunities.
Multiple.
I even offered you to stay the night so you can wake up
we
early
had a
this
message
morning.
about this 2 days ago saying that Friday would be an okay day
We
to go
did
ahead
indeed. We have a
and
Rooftop
link.
Podcast group chat now, and he oh shit, oh my god, sorry. There's a lot of dogs in my neighborhood, and our neighbor's dogs. One just bit the shit out of the other one, so I was kind of distracted there.
Yeah, he almost died. That was oh shit.
Oh yeah, they're going at it again. Yeah, so you might hear more than just a police siren. I think that's the only thing that happened at Greg's, but.
Oh, speaking of the
actually,
devil.
yeah, I don't know if they can hear that one, but Greg didn't live in the best part of town, but I definitely, mine might be known to be a little bit worse at times.
A little bit, yes. Drive-bys, gunshots.
Yeah, drive-by actually happened like a long time ago, just 3 houses down there. But anyway, we're doing great. We got a community garden back there,
Things are looking up.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. We got murals, pretty inspirational things going on in this community, so it doesn't matter. But what were we saying about? Greg had plenty
of time.
Yeah, he had plenty of messages. I called him 3 times. Robert called him twice. And he did not pick up. So Greg,
he just didn't want to be a part of this any further. I think his goals are elsewhere at the moment with things such as
whatever he was doing last night.
Whatever he was doing last night. Yes, we saw that you were up at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
we know you could have replied to those messages.
And look, Greg, I had food and beverages and ice cream, of which Robert partook.
I partook in that. I ate all the foods and ice creams.
And dude, they are really.
I think they're in love.
I don't know, dude. Well, those dogs. One of them was the only viewer that we were having live. I'll roll a video of that right now. Yeah, these dogs, they won't shut the fuck up at all. So hopefully my microphones are good enough to really not make it a factor, though.
Yeah, hopefully it cancels them out.
Oh, and then there goes an airplane. You see, we have a very high production value here at the Rooftop Podcast.
Yes, nothing shy from the greatest.
So yeah, we also have a random guy that I've never seen in the backyard of my neighbor's house just collecting cans and shit, so I don't know who that is. But
he's just behind us that way.
Yeah, he might hear us talking shit, but, it's okay.
But he can roll up and catch these hands.
Yes.
We got these 925 heavy-hitting hands right here.
The world record, the boat record sending. And there's the helicopter. Dude, it's going great right now, It's going fantastic with all these noises trying to...
if you think about it, those world record heavy-hitting hands of yours there, they've been international. You have international world record setting heavy-hitting hands.
Yes. And for all those who do not know, I went on a cruise in last October, And on that boat, there was a little arcade that had a punching bag, gross, machine in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit the shit out of that, is what you could say.
Quite. Yeah. I mean, we were all there trying to get the high score.
Yeah, it was me, you, and our dads and our Theo.
Uh-huh.
And those are grown-ass men. You know, I mean, I guess we are too now because these hands hit the fuck out of it. But
Yeah.
we were all there trying to set the record on that machine, and I set the high score with a cool 925. So that's where the word 925 meat cleavers comes from.
Yep. Yeah. You know, we set a record that day. We don't know if it's been broken as of yet. You know, maybe some point in the future we could go back to that boat and, you know.
I'd be sad if like they reset the arcade scores after every cruise.
Like now it's back at like 640 heaven hit hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of sad because, I mean, you had first place. You got that world record 925 heavy hitting meat cleavers of these hands. And then, you know, I had second place. I believe I had like an 890 something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 894. And then, you know, our fathers and our Theo came pretty far behind.
Yeah, they actually did. They were not really close.
No, you think like, you know, they're a little bit older. My dad's in his 40s.
Mm-hmm. My dad's getting there.
Your dad's getting there, and then, you know, Theo's just Theo. He does fighting for a living.
Yeah, he's not a striker. He's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, so, you know, he's got an excuse.
Yeah.
My dad, on the other hand, you know, he really doesn't, so.
Yeah, neither does mine. You know, I don't know what their problem was and why they wanted to come in 4th and 5th place.
You know, Robert, I don't think that's what they wanted, but however, that is what they got.
It's what they got, and
that's
you know,
just what you got to accept in life. Sometimes you don't come in first place.
That's a sad truth and a sad reality that we all have to come to terms with at some point.
Speaking of low points in our lives, I'm no longer unemployed.
Yeah, that's true. You just started a new job. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So, for all you guys who are very concerned and asking in the comments on my last video, I am no longer unemployed. I am now an employee of Target. I applied not too long ago. It wasn't really that long. They hit me up in a few days. I actually, because my sleeping schedule is like really, really terrible. Like, it's god awful. Like, I'll be going to bed at like 5 in the morning and waking up in the afternoon.
We still haven't gone to bed yet. We've been up all night.
Oh yeah, so that's like a theme that's still going on from the last episode. Is we're very low on sleep. You know, I'm actually not really feeling it.
Neither am I. And, you know, it'll be a little bit easier, a little bit, like, more in the future once we're, like, more into the colder weather, you know, more into the winter time of year. So that way we don't have to necessarily come outside at 6 o'clock in the morning to film a podcast.
It is good lighting, though. Like, I think it is anyway. I hope it looks good on the camera for you guys, but it's like...
It's pretty beautiful here with these eyes.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what, 6-something probably right now?
Yeah, I think it's almost 7.
Yeah, and it's... I mean, it's starting to heat up a little bit, but it's not as bad as last podcast. Last podcast took place at like 9.
I was
9
wearing
o'clock.
all black and pants. I wanted to die.
Yeah, it was not a good choice for you guys. You did not choose comfort to sit on a rooftop for 45 minutes.
No, we didn't. And, you know, like, that's what I'm saying, you know, when we come across the more cold time of year here within the next couple months, it'll probably be towards, like, you know, maybe end of October that will start to cool down a little bit. Then we could start, you know, filming a little bit later in the day because it won't be as hot.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some sweater weather. Your boy can look real fly on the mic.
I got to admit, though, you guys did outdress me in my debut podcast, and I was kind of upset. I was looking really busted in that podcast, too. Like, it was bad. Like, you and Greg got... Like, I'm not saying you guys dressed to the nines, but, like, you guys had some good, you know, good things to... These are the same shorts that I wore in the last podcast.
I got all new everything except these glasses.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
outfit.
This time you and me are matching. You know,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's a lot better this time around.
You know, the podcast actually, a lot of the feedback I got was actually pretty good on it. Like a lot of people, a lot of people enjoyed it. I don't know how long they watched it for, but they said for however long they watched, they enjoyed it. And I actually got a lot of my friends that want to be on it. So.
Oh, damn. Right. So we can start bringing special guests into the Rooftop Podcast.
Heck yeah, special guests. I got a few in line. It's just everyone's schedule's got to work out because people got shit going on, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you were saying, not to veer too far off topic, maybe to bring it back around. With everyone's schedule aligning, you're starting that new job here at Target.
Yeah, so basically, okay, so my sleeping schedule is fucked up because I was working the night shift at Portillo's,
Mm-hmm.
and that was 4 to 12 every night, which it's only 8 hours, but it just, like we were saying, it sucks working those night shifts because
Yeah, it does.
you want to go eat somewhere. It's like, oh, great, I got McDonald's and
Denny's.
Whataburger. Yeah, but like, who wants to go and sit down in Denny's and they're like the full, especially a Portillo uniform, like
Yeah, no, that makes
you're
sense.
wearing an apron, collared shirt.
Last time I was at Denny's, I dined and dashed.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but it wasn't on purpose. It was like me and some friends. I just go to IHOP now, so it doesn't really matter. I don't mind saying, but we were just me and some friends. We were there, and we were ready to check out. The guy brung everyone their bills. All I had was a coffee. He didn't bring me any bill or anything. It was like $3, so maybe he just gave it to me on the house. But I didn't pay anything that night, and I just kind of left because I wasn't gonna wait for my bill any further.
Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't appreciate that, but it's whatever. It's not going to kill them.
No.
But, yeah, Target, I mean, it's, I just did an orientation yesterday, and it was just boring stuff, but it looks pretty fine. Like, I think it's going to be a slower paced job than Portillo's, which is definitely fine by me because that place was too busy all the time. But I think I'll just enjoy doing Target, just, putting crap back on. I know it's going to annoy me when people put shit in the wrong place and I have to walk it all the way back. But you know what?
It's going to make you more appreciative, though, because then when you go to somewhere like Fry's or, maybe a different Target, if you decide not to get something after all, you're going to be like, fuck, somebody has to go put this back, so I'm going to put it back myself. You'll have more respect for the job.
I'm also not working full-time there. I wanted to, and I might be picking up hours, but the hours going to be optional. At Portillo's, I was working like 65 hours a week at one time, and that dog is just pissing in that giant hole. You see how big that hole is?
Fuck, that's a big-ass hole.
I'm going to send a picture your way right now.
It's a big hole.
All right.
Big hole break.
Hell yeah. So, I was working a lot of time at Portillo's and going something more slow-paced. It's going to be good. I'm going to have more time. Even I'll be able to work and I'll have more time for these podcasts because did I tell you how long the last podcast took to export?
Let me guess. 4 hours.
Try like 2 days.
Took you 2 days to export the last podcast?
It shouldn't have, but I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's the software I'm using. It's called VideoPad because your boy's broke. He doesn't have money. I'm not broke, but I don't have the type of money to just drop $500 on an editing program.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I can't figure out how to fucking pirate software correctly without, because I downloaded, I torrented Photoshop CS6, and it had a key gen with it, so it like generates a key or whatever, and it didn't work. So I don't know what the fuck to do, and I know the same shit's gonna happen with any other recording software.
Well,
so
I have Photoshop downloaded on an old laptop that I pirated. So maybe if I still have like the files, I could transfer them to a hard drive.
I'd appreciate
and
that.
then give it over to you. It's just every time that you open it, it asks you like, for like whenever you try to download a new program or anything like that, it's like, oh, do you have administrative permission to make changes to the computer? So you just have to press yes every time.
Yeah, that's fine. But I've used Photoshop. I'll use it for just random fucking pictures I can insert in here or whatever else. But I need something like a editing software, and the one I use is called VideoPad.
I've used that before.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like before, because I just downloaded it again recently, and they changed it. Because it's like last time I was using it was for my gaming channel, Game and Groove. Go check me out. I don't really upload anymore, but you can still subscribe, support me. Maybe I'll upload again if I get enough love. But anyway, I use VideoPad, and I feel like before it didn't take as long to export. I mean, I wasn't exporting like 45 to an hour long, minute videos, but it would take ridiculously long, and then it would take so long that my computer would go to sleep, and so it would
That's the fucking worst.
Yeah, it would just pause where it was at, even if it. So I had it set to where if it's plugged into the charger, because I use a laptop, that the screen does not turn off.
Okay.
So I assumed that it would go all the way through without turning off because it's plugged in.
Yeah.
So I went to sleep multiple times throughout like 2 days, and I just had to lose some sleep and make sure like just to touch it every once in a while. It took forever to export.
Were you like exporting in in an improper format or like?
No, I went from whatever the video edit was to MP4.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's just the software is not very good at converting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take a while to. I hope it's. I don't know.
VideoPad is like if not even Windows Movie Maker, maybe if like. I don't know what's Apple's like editing software that comes like with the computer.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But whatever that is, it's like a crappy version of that.
So it's worse than that.
Yeah, just because like you were saying, it's just like really slow at converting, and maybe it's just because, it's the light version, as well. Like,
yeah, I don't want to drop like 50. What I keep doing is I keep uninstalling it and reinstalling the demo, so I don't have to pay for it.
Oh my God, yeah.
So yeah, like every time I make a video, I'm gonna have to uninstall it and reinstall it.
And that'll be really tedious. Hopefully, these podcasts can start bringing in some revenue here.
Yeah, it's not going to be for quite a while.
Yeah. Hey, feel free to support us on Patreon. Patreon.com /
we don't have a Patreon yet. Feel free to send me money on my Facebook account. It'll go directly to my bank account, and Carlos will get 2% of all the proceeds.
He will. We'll make sure he gets it.
All right, guys, and we'll be right back from these sponsor messages.
See, 1, 2, wait, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Got another good echo there.
Yeah. All right, people, we are back from our first sponsor of the video. That's how you know I got that scholarship. Now, right out of the gate, I was having sponsors, and we were able to hire Carlos, so it was all working out. But as those people are just, screaming at each other while one drives away. We were talking about this earlier while we were trying to go to bed, but ultimately did not go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's dying, dude.
Everyone's fucking dying.
Everyone's dying. Mac Miller recently fucking died.
R.I.P. legend.
And, yeah, who expected that? I did not expect that.
Mac Miller died out of nowhere. I was telling you, I was just listening to the man the day he died. I woke up, happy morning. I was like, man, I haven't listened to Mac Miller in quite some time. Mac Miller, by far, top 5 favorite rappers of all time. For me personally, at least, probably top 3 even. And so I woke up, I was like, man, it's been a little while since I've listened to some Mac Miller. I just wanted to go through his discography, and just kind of see what was going on with that. So I was just vibing, cruising, jamming. I was sick, so I was listening to some of his, more mellow, kind of sad music, the new Swimming album in particular. And then, I just get a notification on my phone driving home after, listening to him all day. I was hyped because he was supposed to be coming to Phoenix in November, I believe. So, I was planning on getting tickets to go see him. And then him and Post Malone were supposed to have a collab album coming out.
Yeah, before he died, he was tweeting about how he was excited. He wanted that tour to start already.
Yeah, he was. And then just on the way home, that's when the news broke for me, at least. My phone vibrated. I looked down, and there was a message from my friends, in our Kick chat. It's a private chat we have. It's called Family.
Wait, you still use Kick?
I do. We do still use Kick.
That's fucking crazy. My ex, the way we used to communicate was through Kick, and it was so weird going
Kick,
through our old messages. But anyway, continue.
Kick is such
Mac.
an old app. We started using it in our freshman year of high school, and we've just had a group chat on it ever since. So it's just continued. But yeah, so I get a message. I look down. I was like, oh, that's weird. We usually don't send messages at this time of day. So I click on it, open it up, all caps. Mac Miller is fucking dead.
Yeah, dude. I woke up. And I saw it on Snapchat. One of my friends was like, "Rip Mac Miller." I was like, "No fucking way."
I thought it was a joke too. Yeah, 100%.
Googled it and nope, he's dead.
Apparent overdose. But from what I was seeing when I was looking into articles and stuff, TMZ just posted a couple days ago that there was only a little bit of white powder found at his residence.
Oh yeah,
everything else was clear. There was nothing at the house. So they think somebody either cleared it, or something else may have happened.
Like someone like was there when he OD'd and just covered it up or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be awful, 'cause fuck, we already lost X, now Mac, a little Peep earlier in the year. I think that was 2017 actually. We went over that.
Well, X got shot. That wasn't drugs.
Yeah, but we're just losing a lot of legends now.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. We were going through earlier. We were going through a list, and hella people are dying. It was like off the top of our head, Burt Reynolds,
Aretha Franklin.
Burt Reynolds died like with Mac Miller.
Miller.
Avicii.
Avicii died. Yeah.
Who the fuck else, bro? There were so many people, and they were hella famous. But like, so many people have been dying lately.
So many people died. I didn't even realize how many people died.
Who the fuck else died?
Like, there was a fuck ton of celebrities. I'm trying to think. Like we said, Avicii died. Mac died. Anthony Bourdain died too.
Anthony Bourdain
died.
Hold up. I'm gonna bring up the list. I'll cut real quick, and I'll be back in a second. All right, so we're back. We got the list here with people who've died. So we got Mac Miller, Burt Reynolds, and I'm just going over like really famous people. There's other famous people on here that I really don't know, so I'm just gonna go over the people I know. John McCain.
John McCain fucking died. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And that was not even that long ago.
That was
How
like
we forget about it.
Maybe a month ago.
There's Aretha Franklin. Let's keep going here. See, like, there's so many people here that I don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, they were celebrities in their own right. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but there was a lot of people that died that I've.
Oh, Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson died.
Yeah, Joe Jackson.
Rick Harrison, Pawn Stars, old guy.
Old man Pops.
See? Oh, there's a giant ass bee over there. Let's keep going. See, like, Leon. Oh, X died. We said that.
X died, yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Wopo. I didn't really know who that was, but I did hear about him. He died. He was like a Chicago rapper.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah. I heard about that too.
Yeah. And it was like, it was the same time, like, around the same, like, the day after X died too. I'm pretty sure it was like that. Anthony Bourdain. See, like, there's people like, Kate Spade. She's an actor. We know. Yeah. She's an actor, right?
Actor, yeah.
Pretty sure. Anyway, like Frank Doubleday. I have no idea who that is, but it's a celebrity. Let's see who else is here. Yeah, I really don't know. That's how the people. Vern Troyer.
Mini-Me.
Troyer, yep. Avicii. This Bruno Sammartino. You know that's who Bruno Mars is got his nickname from?
Damn, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was chunky as a baby, so his dad called him that. I know that because I'm a Bruno Mars fanboy. The more you guys know.
Yes.
Matthew Mellon. I don't know who that is. Arlie Ermy. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
I'll put a picture up on the screen, but you guys definitely know who this is. That old guy? The military guy?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know him. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Arlie Ermy.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he died. Greg's dad actually met him. He's got a picture with him.
No, fucking dope. Maybe
Stephen
Greg could
Hawking.
have
How did we forget about Stephen
gone
Hawking?
over it with us if he was fucking here, Greg.
Yeah, fucking Greg.
Yeah, fuck Greg.
I'm going to put that picture up without you here.
Yeah, fuck you.
And you can't even comment on it, Greg, because you're not here.
Yeah, you can't say shit. I'm sorry. I cussed a lot there. I hope there's no adults watching the podcast.
Only children.
Only
Children-centered podcast. Christian channel. We support Muslim views.
We support
We're very
everything.
diverse, but we're very religious, and we have great views. So,
but we're also not religious, in case you're not religious either.
We're on YouTube Kids. We have Elsa and Elmo videos. It's all great.
Yeah.
It's a kid-friendly channel.
Yeah, we're actually having a new Johnny song coming out soon. For those kids out there.
What was that little fucking... It was a while ago now, but that fucking challenge where you put the pencils on each other.
Oh, the Charlie challenge.
Charlie challenge.
Yeah.
We got Charlie challenge videos.
Yep.
We got the...
Slime.
In My Feelings... Slime. In My Feelings challenge. Okay, so Stephen Hawking died as well. Craig Mack.
That's a weird tangent.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere. But that's okay, because this
is the Rooftop Podcast. Anything goes on this rooftop. We used to actually, while you're kind of looking at the list of those dead people, we kind of used to come up here a lot, me and you, when we were, younger, and we'd just kind of play in your backyard. There used to be a shed where that apparent weed...
yeah, my grandma actually, she had a nice little set. I wish I had a picture of it.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? It was like
I
a
do.
nice little garden around here. She had that shed full of all her stuff.
Yeah, I low-key didn't know the shed was ever moved. Like, when I jumped the fence right now to get up onto your roof, I was like, what the fuck, where's the shed? That's how we used to get up onto the roof. We'd just climb onto the shed and then jump up onto the roof from the shed because they were almost at the same level. And that was when we were maybe like, what, like 10?
Something like that. Long ass time ago.
Yeah, those are the good old days.
But, yeah, so that was basically all the people that were, like, ridiculously famous that have died. But still, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a fuck ton of people.
And there were more in 2017. So, like, everyone's dying recently.
Mm-hmm.
But
And it's just, who's next at this point?
Who's next? Are we making our prediction for the next celebrity death?
Next celebrity death, I'm calling it, is going to either be Childish Gambino or Post Malone.
Yeah, I might think. But Post Malone's got so much going on right now, dude.
He does. He does have a lot going on.
So what was it? His fucking airplane engine. Didn't something happen before the airplane engine?
Possibly.
Because that airplane engine thing got people talking like the Illuminati was trying to kill him or whatnot.
Yeah.
But
and then he got into a car accident.
That
was really recent.
And then not too long ago, some random people broke into his house that he used to live in.
Yep.
Beat the shit out of whoever was living there, and was asking for Post Malone.
Why you guys gotta hate on Post? I mean, I get it. Like, maybe he says some things that are a little, controversial sometimes. But I don't think he says it like, like with ill intent.
Wait, what does he say? That's
like he just says some stuff, kind of like, not necessarily like, I don't know. It's kind of in a weird gray area where he'll like say things where he's like, just kind of feels like weird being like white in the rap game, and like
he's Mexican, isn't he?
I don't know.
No, he is.
Dude,
have you seen his dad?
No, I haven't. But he just
his dad is Mexican as fuck.
He said some things that just kind of like push the community away from him sometimes, like the rap community, and so sometimes he does have some controversies with him, but. Why you guys gotta hate on Post? He makes some bangers. They're catchy at least, so you're gonna hear him on the radio forever.
Hey, look, okay. I'll put it up on the screen too. His dad's Mexican as fuck.
Oh damn, yeah, his dad does look.
No, I'm pretty sure he is, dude.
Oh, I don't know, man. This might be racist. I mean, I know we're Mexican, but this might be racist.
This is not racist. This is definitely not racist. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is.
You fucking racist.
Yep. Italian.
You fucking racist.
My bad. I was just trying to fucking, help our culture out, dude. Give us...
No, we have Little Xan.
Little Xan?
We have a Little Xan. He's Mexican.
Is he really?
Yeah.
God damn it.
And so is 6ix9ine.
Fuck, why are all the worst... Okay, no, I'm not... Whoa, okay.
6ix9ine is going to come kill your ass, bro. You're going to get, like... right now, not too many people might be watching this podcast, but, like, years from now, if it gets big, somebody's going to tweet this at fucking 6ix9ine. He's going to fucking...
my music career takes off,
He's going to fucking gummo your ass. He's going to fucking kill you, bro.
Nah, he'll be in jail, dude. He's a fucking child molester.
Oh, yeah, he did,
And Lil Xan's, like...
Lil Xan's just weird. You see that, like, meme with him and, what's her name? The Cyrus sister.
Noah
Cyrus, yeah. She had that really good song with X, too.
She's actually famous?
Yeah, Noah Cyrus, yeah. She had a song with X.
For singing?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was famous for anything.
Yeah, there's probably some songs that you've heard of hers that you just didn't recognize.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, a lot of bad things happening all around, and this is a weird kind of, bringing it back around. But, as you're saying, you're kind of starting a new job, talking about lows in your life. And, by the time this podcast airs, I would have probably have quit my job by now. Now look who's got alarms.
Hey, look, goddammit, this is my podcast. It's acceptable, okay? Fucking goddammit.
But yeah, your boy, I've been working at my current place of employment. I don't want to say their name just in case I ever need a job again.
Just like I had to do with Portillo's.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say it. Lexington Law Firm. My previous employment at Lexington Law Firm. It was a really, it was an okay job. I loved my team. My team lead was really cool. Amanda, shouts out to you.
I like how you're talking in past tense because by the next podcast, you're not going to be working there.
Yeah, exactly. And, everyone there is just, like, really cool. I'm going to miss my team. That's probably kind of like what you were saying in regards to Portillo's. Like, everyone that worked there was really cool. It's just the job itself is just, it's too much sometimes. And it's just... like, I don't know, it's basically like a call center, so you're just on the phones all day, call after call after call for 8 hours with only 2 15-minute breaks from 1 to 9. And it's just, you'll get clients that are
250.
calling.
You didn't get a 30-minute lunch?
Nope.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it's like you'll just like randomly have clients that are calling in, cussing at you, telling you that they're not going to make their payments or that we're a scam. And so it takes a toll on you, like mentally and just kind of emotionally, even if at first you don't realize it. And I mean, it paid really well. I was bringing home around a little over $1,000 a month, but it's just like the saying money doesn't buy you happiness. I can kind of relate to it now to a certain degree, because it's like it was really nice because I was like dropping, money on everything just because I had it. But it's like I don't know if it was worth it just for like my mental capacity anymore. And then on top of that, I just started school recently too. So
How long have you actually been working there now?
I've been going on 5 months now.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's longer than I
I outlasted most people. It was out of our starting class, there was maybe 30 people, and now it's just down to me. This guy named Arthur, shouts out to Arthur too. He's really cool. And his girlfriend Nina, and then just these 2 other girls, Jenna and Adriana. So that's all that's left from our original class of 30. There's 4 people left. So I've made it quite a while. I think it's just time for me to part ways, find something else, and especially with school, having assignments that I need to get turned in weekly, and then when I'm asleep all day because I've been working until 9, and then having to go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then assignments due throughout the week, as well as trying to find time for myself and the girlfriend and just family. It just became too much. So I'll be resigning on Saturday, so tomorrow.
And this is his resignation video. It will be going to Lexington Law Firm.
Yes. Don't tweet at them, though. Anything mean, please. I don't want to get sued. They are a law firm.
Yeah, they'll take your ass down in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, they are a law firm. So no ill will toward Lexington. Keep doing you. You guys have a lot of clients. It's just maybe, like, refine your
Just had to wave at the neighbor. She looked very confused as to what we were doing.
I think she waved at me earlier.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not sure if it's the same girl. I didn't look over when
Is
she
she
came out,
going
so I'm
into
not
reverse?
Sure.
Dude, what?
Oh.
Dude, what?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Dude, what?
Oh, my God.
She's going to make it. She's going to go right over the middle, though.
Oh, she's going to smack the bottom of her car.
Yeah, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
This is scary to watch. I'm sorry you guys can't see this. I don't want to record her, though. I mean, Carlos doesn't want to record her, though, because it's like...
Carlos.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want her to feel awkward. She is, your neighbor, so...
I think she's fine. Anyway, what the hell were we talking about before?
Oh, yeah, I'm just, I'm resigning. Actually, as you were kind of stating, you're going to get a job at or you just got a job at Target. I myself was actually thinking about applying at Target, whether it be for, a night stocking position or maybe something kind of like what you were, interested in with like maybe the electronics department.
I'm not doing that yet. They didn't have an opening, but hopefully they will. But I'm just doing like sales floor type shit.
No, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's probably what I'll be doing too. And then I'm going to try to apply because I go to GCU, so I'm going to try to apply at GCU TV, as well as just some things around campus maybe because, since I go to school with them, they'd be more willing to work around my schedule, find something that can kind of fit a little bit better. So that's kind of what's been going on with me recently. It's kind of scary just because I'm not going to have a disposable income for maybe a couple weeks while I try to find a new job. Hopefully it's no more than maybe a week or 2. But it's still kind of scary. So I'm just trying to find something, get myself back in the game. And then, it does kind of feel like a weight lifted. I'm not as like stressed out. Like even just like yesterday, I called in because my car was broken into, which we can get into a little bit later if you'd like. But yeah, so I called out yesterday because I was trying to get that all taken care of as well as I had school. And like just knowing like, oh, I called out. This is my last week at work. I don't have to go in today. It was just like, it was like the first time that I'd actually been able to like go out at like 2 o'clock and just like get something to eat for lunch. And so it was like a weird feeling. It was really nice. So,
It's nice having that freedom.
Yeah, it is. It is nice. It's something that, you take for granted when you're little. When you're little, you're always, wanting to grow up. And then everyone, when you're little, is like, oh, no, you don't. You want to stay a kid. Trust me. Don't say that. And then you're like, nah, you're fucking stupid. Don't tell me that shit. And then you get older and you're like, fuck, I should have listened. Why did I grow up? So, hopefully that was some insight into the podcast.
Into our lives. What goes on behind the podcast is a sad existence, guys.
Yeah, and I feel like this would have been a good podcast for Greg to be on. Since
Yeah,
last
God
podcast,
damn it,
he was
fucking-
complaining that that we weren't talking about anything substantial. Well, what about now, Greg? Huh?
Yeah, you fucking missed the good
You
conversation.
fucking missed it,
you
Greg.
bitch.
You bitch.
And you know what? He could have had some stuff to add too. Because you know what? Greg has a life. Greg's a person.
Greg is a person. He's a cool person. I did you see he broke a belt?
Yeah. So last
Fucking
night he
fat
had
ass.
I don't know where he was going, but last night he had like.
I'm just
someone
kidding,
nice
Greg. I
to
love
be-
you.
No, he's probably. Well, I don't know. You're pretty skinny, but he's like the most in shape out of all of us.
Yeah, Greg's pretty in shape.
So,
He's a good looking dude. Greg's a good looking dude.
He's very handsome, man.
Very
All
handsome,
you
bro.
girls, there was like no. I don't.
Why you girls sleeping on Greg? I know a
Greg's
couple of you
fucking
have broken
single.
his
He's
heart.
going to college.
Facts.
He's got morals. You know, he's a good guy, girl.
Good.
Like, don't worry about it. He's
Listen
a good
here.
guy.
Listen to
That
this.
dude, it's
listen
so
to him.
weird at watching my neighbors just stare at us.
Yeah,
Anyway,
bro, it's kind of
yeah,
weird,
we-
isn't it?
Anyway, yeah, Greg's a good guy. He's going to school. He's gonna be making money. He's going for computers and shit, and he wants to, do big things with his life.
We're gonna have computers for the rest of our existence on Earth here, unless somebody drops an EMP. Looking at you, Russia. But oh fuck, that's a B. Fuck again. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Well, welcome back from that unexpected break, guys. Our video man Carlos was not doing a good job in
Fucking
checking.
serious,
What
Carlos?
the fuck, Carlos?
Sorry, Effie.
Unacceptable,
Carlos.
dude.
He's such
He
an asshole.
fucking works for Joe Rogan. You're representing Joe Rogan right now. You know that, Carlos?
Where the fuck did you find him?
I told you I got the scholarship from the Academy of Joe Rogan Podcasting, and he was sent to me as a scholarship, and that's where he came from.
Did you fucking return him?
I hope so. I hope so.
Fuck, Carlos. What are you even here for?
I don't know. I don't know what he is here for. You know what, Carlos? You better ship up or shape, or you better shape up or ship out.
That's not even the right fucking camera.
God damn it. Anyway, fuck Greg.
Yeah,
He's
fuck Greg.
He's a bitch. But anyway,
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, stay tuned till the end of the podcast potentially, because we lost some footage because of fucking Carlos.
I don't know. I'll have to cut it in. I don't know. I'll do something. I'll figure it out. Okay.
Potentially at the end of the podcast. Remember,
Anyway.
there's no absolutes on the Rooftop Podcast. The only absolute is that the podcast will, in fact, be on a rooftop. Don't hold that against me, though, because if there's ever a time where it's too hot or too rainy to be on the rooftop, then, the Rooftop Podcast could potentially go elsewhere.
Should I wave at a neighbor again? Do what you gotta do.
That said hi to me earlier.
Yeah. But anyway, was I talking about the YouTube wormhole before or after we were trashing Greg?
After?
Okay, good. So, lately, I know you said you have not been really watching YouTube,
Yeah, correct.
but I have had time to watch YouTube, especially being unemployed. And I've gone, because I watch, like, all the content, like, the people I'm subscribed to put out, for the most part, unless it's, like, boring, and I'm not interested in the video.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I watch what I want to watch, and I run out of shit. So I go to, like, that recommended page, and, dude, I was watching the weirdest shit.
The recommended page puts so much weird shit on there.
But it was interesting, dude. There's this guy called Sean Woods. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but it's a YouTube channel dedicated to mouse traps.
I've seen that.
Yes.
I've seen that.
And
Is it the one where he's like, "Oh, today I'm testing
the Mousetrap Mondays or whatever?
Yeah, where he's like, "I have a bucket full of water, and on top of that water, I'm putting a layer of soil."
Yes.
And the fucking mice will just like step on it and just fall in and drown.
Yeah. So
They just
basically,
fucking drown.
every
killing
Monday,
animals online.
hey, you know what? It's fine. Every Monday, this guy puts out a new mousetrap video, and it's so fucking interesting to see
feel you,
all the different ways people come up with to kill fucking rodents, dude. It was amazing.
It's incredible. I know exactly what you're talking about. See, I had him pop up in my like recommended at some point. And then I don't know if you've ever heard of Ants Canada.
Yes!
Ants Canada, like a month ago, was in my like they were just everywhere. I was like, what the fuck is? I watched at least 15 hours of ant colonies on fucking ant colonies.
Dude,
I don't need to know anything on ant colonies.
He popped up because one month I was going on like a whole fucking like tear on like fucking, cause it started out with this thing called Bug Wars, where I would watch like this channel. They uploaded different like fucking bugs fighting each other, so I was watching that.
Oh, I think I've seen that too.
And Ants Canada popped up, and
Yeah, and he has like really clickbaity titles, but I mean, it's still good. But
yeah, I mean, it's all right. I learned a lot about ants, but it
I
wasn't
did
really
too.
what I expected because he like uploaded this video. He's like, war between 2 ant colonies. I thought I was gonna watch like a bunch of ants fight to the death,
Yeah.
and like, no, that's
No,
not what
it's
happened
not
at
it
all.
Yeah.
It's just like one took over the queen of the other, and like they assimilated or whatever.
Yeah. It's like they're really clickbaity titles, but they're also true. So it's like, I mean, good on Ants Canada. The reason I have my phone out right now is actually because there was a YouTube channel I was just obsessed with like last week, and I don't remember the name. I gotta find it. But basically, this guy here, he buys old, destroyed Hot Wheel cars and restores them.
Oh, I think I've seen him pop up. I haven't watched him yet.
Bro, it's like kind of interesting. They're not very long videos, but he'll like sand like the car down to the metal, then repaint it. And then he kind of just like lets you know, he's like, oh, you know, I bought this car for like $3. It goes for like $8. But he's like, but I don't sell things, so don't get mad at me. Because I guess I don't know, maybe the Hot Wheels community is like really like, I don't know, strange maybe? They're
Dedicated.
Dedicated, yeah, sorry. And the name of that guy here, where is he? Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to get this. Bare Metal HW.
Yeah, I think I've seen videos.
The last video I watched from him was Extreme Redline Restorations, Hot Wheels 1968 Python Restore. 1 million views on restoring a Hot Wheels toy. It
like
was
when
only 4 minutes and 29 seconds long.
It's like when the hydraulic press videos were all the rage.
Bro, facts. And then there was the slime videos.
I never watched the slime videos. Naomi was big into my little sister.
No, yeah, Isaiah and Ellie were too.
She was obsessed with making slime like all the time. I bought her like slime kits for Christmas and everything.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't watch them either. It's just something I saw that was big because there's a lot of memes going around on it and shit like that.
And other than Mousetrap Mondays, I also recently started watching like clips of people going airsofting.
Oh, I love that.
And
that shit's awesome.
and more specifically, the reels of the people getting pissed and fighting over the airsoft.
Bro, that shit's so funny.
Dude,
Have you seen the one video? I don't know. You know, you could potentially cut it in. I don't know if it's copyrighted because it's a pretty big.
Who
video.
cares? I don't monetize it anyway.
But it's like this video, and it's this like guy on like the airsoft field. You've probably like seen a couple of like memes of it because there's like a Call of Duty one. I know that where they like memed it, but it's just like this guy and this little kid, and the little kid's like facing away from him, and then he just like turns to him, lifts up his gun, and just like unloads a whole clip like right into his bag, and the kid's just like, oh. It's a lot funnier if he cuts it in. Otherwise, I just look like a retard right now. But it's a great clip. I'll help you find it. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Are you rushing all the way around? All right. What are you doing? Dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was basically watching like compilations of like airsoft fights. People get so mad over. They get so macho over it. Like, chill the fuck out.
Right.
There's this one video where people just like, it was a whole mob of people fighting. A lot of the time it's just people cheating and not wanting to admit to the cheating.
Yep.
And like people like one time this guy, he shot him and then the guy shot back. He's like, dude, I shot you. He's like, no, you didn't. And then he like blasted the guy that called him out for cheating. And the guy was like, what the fuck? So the guy starts walking down the stairs, and the guy who wasn't cheating, like, unloads his whole mag into, like, his fucking head, the back of his head.
I think I've seen that video. Like, I've seen that, actually.
And then, yeah, and then, this one, it was an adults, it was, like, teenagers playing, and not grown-up teenagers, it was, like, fucking 15, 16, you know, around that age. And, like, it was so weird because the kid was getting pissed because, you know, you have to in airsoft, you have to put your hand up if you get shot.
Yeah, yeah.
So they know you're out. And he wasn't putting his hand up. So the guy shot him. He kept shooting him because he never put his hand up because I guess he was cheating or whatever. And he tried saying his gun was broken. And then the guy was like, okay, well, put your hand up. And so basically they got into a little argument. And then the guy who was cheating grabs the other kid's gun and tosses it and smashes the shit out of it.
I think I've seen that video too.
And then he's like,
fucking
the kid,
airsoft community.
But then the kid whose gun got smashed was a total pushover. He was like, dude, you broke my gun. You're going to pay for that. He's like, no, I didn't break it. Let me see it. He gets the gun and throws it again. And the kid's like, what the heck? And it's like, dude, punch him in the face already. Like, you know he's being a dick.
Bro, facts. I would have straight thrown these hands. I mean, I might have got my ass whooped, but, I mean, at least I'm not being a pushover bitch.
I know.
But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's always like these weird random trends that like randomly pop up. There was Ants Canada, there was the hydraulic press, There was the slime videos. There was, the Spider-Man and Elsa videos. Now there's...
I don't know about Mousetrap Mondays. That might just be a me thing. They get a lot of views too, but that
They
might
get a
just
lot of
be-
views,
Be
they
me
do.
thing.
And they've popped into my, recommended as well. And I didn't even, watch shit that would even need to steer me towards them.
Yeah, they just kind of pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's just strange happenings out here on the webs.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. We have a sponsor. You are about to see him again. If Carlos can do his fucking job, we'll be right back.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Got him. And we're back with the Rooftop Podcast. Maybe we should scoot this way a little bit.
Scoot over?
Yeah, scoot over a little bit. I think we're a little bit off-centered.
Oh, well. They'll have to deal with it.
Yeah,
They're probably not even watching.
I think we do need to find maybe a different, a better format for staging the camera because, I don't think it's bad, but it's kind of weird, because if we're sitting like this and we're having a conversation, then I'm, facing away from the camera. So, maybe we should, maybe actually getting a second camera might be a good idea so that way we can have a couple different angles. Otherwise, maybe
I
put
can
it more
start using
directly in front.
that camcorder. my
Yeah,
dad's got.
yeah. That would work because, I was just thinking, it's not bad. It's just, it shows more,
Surroundings, I guess.
yeah, it
different
shows more
angles.
of the surroundings as well as it can maybe
Also,
seem a little bit
I
more
figure
interested.
out something to sit up here because I'm aching right now, dude. My ass is fucking aching.
Bro, I'm white as fuck. I know I'm Mexican, but I don't have an ass whatsoever. I look
Mhm.
like a fucking ironing board. This shit hurts to sit here.
All right, so I think we're gonna end the podcast here. But before we go,
Oh.
I think we're gonna let them in on some childhood stories right now.
Story time.
So, what's a story that you have in this historic house here?
This historic house right here. There's been quite a few. We're basically like brothers. I've been coming here since I was old enough to remember. From times where I'd come over and your mom would make steak, and then we just chill out and
Bro,
play
just
video
to let you
games.
know, I'm the steak god now.
Are you?
Next time, or I don't know if we have any steak thawed,
steak
but
cast?
but dude, trust me.
Bro, I fucking love steak too. I'll bring some stuff over to make you this thing. It's called what's it called? It's called a gotcha pork roast. It's from an anime. From any of you that know Food Wars. But I learned how to make it. It's so fucking good.
We should do an episode. We should do a short podcast episode on us just cooking, and it'll be
Stovetop Podcast.
Stovetop Podcast. The Rooftop Stovetop Podcast.
The Rooftop Stovetop Podcast. Say that 3 times fast. Jesus Christ, I can't even talk.
All right.
But yeah, no, that'd be dope. I'd be down to try that. Yeah, especially because at least with these next 2 weeks, I should have some free time.
Yeah.
So.
All right, sir. Now it's a good memory, or bad, or funny, or whatever you got going on here.
Well, I remember one thing. It wasn't necessarily bad, but it's something I think about every once in a while. Because the other day, recently I haven't been drinking as much water as I probably should. So every once in a while, I get that ache on your backside from where your kidneys are at.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of this time here when it was me and you, and we used to randomly just get into fights over stupid things, like that time we were in your room when you actually had Angel's current room. And we would mess around on the bed, and one of us would slip and get hurt, and then blame the other person, and we'd just start fighting. You threw a chair at me one time.
Wait, what? When did I do that?
When we were in Angel's current room, we were playing on your bed when it was by that window right there. I don't know how much detail we can give, but yeah, there's a window right there. And you had your bed there, and I think we were messing around, and I think I slipped off and stubbed my toe, and then I was triggered, and so I blamed it on you, and I think I pushed you. And then you pushed me back, and then we just started kind of fighting, and then just throwing things at each other. And then I think I pushed you into your closet, and you had fumbled and I think hit the wall or hit something in there, and you got mad. And so you picked up one of those folding metal chairs and threw it at me.
Full WWE style.
Full WWE, and I think I just kicked it away. And then we ended up getting in trouble by your parents because, well, actually I think it might have been Nana. I think Nana was there. But back to the kidneys thing. That was a weird tangent. That was another story. But yeah, so my kidneys were hurting, and it reminded me there was this time here that we were, again, kind of messing around. It was when you were in the room you have now, but we were messing around, I think playing basketball, and we were just, being stupid, having fun. And you had, like, gone for a dunk and fallen on the floor. And I think to mess with you, I, like, went and, like, hit you in your back. And I hit you, like, right where your kidney was. And so, like, you were, like, KO'd. Like, I'm not, like, because I think I I didn't mean to hurt you, but I hit you, like, harder than I probably should have, considering it was, like, right on your kidney. And so you were just, like, oh, and I just, like, remember you, like, falling to the floor, and you were, like, kind of tearing up a little bit, crying a little bit. And then your mom came and yelled at me and was like, I could, like, cause, like, permanent damage. You could be peeing blood. And so I felt really bad. And so I think about that every once in a while when my kidney hurts. I'm like, fuck, what if I fucked up Brandon's kidneys?
Well, I'm still alive, so we're good. We did kind of get into those fights a lot. I remember one time we were in the room, and I don't know, it was ours. We had a plastic katana.
Oh, yeah.
And we were messing around with it.
Yeah, those kind of.
And then, like, you hit me too hard with it, and I got mad. So then I took it from you, and then I smacked the shit out of you with the katana, too. And then it was just a full-out brawl.
Yeah.
So at one point where we were, oh, my God. I don't know if you remember this. We were on the floor trying to gouge each other's eyes out with our thumbs, dude. And then my dad came in the room and yelled at us.
Bro, we used to get, like, that just kind of, like, shows that we're basically, like, brothers, though, because those are, like, brotherly fights.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, like, stupid things. That's, like, why? Just because it, like, something go too far. Like, I remember a lot of the fights that we would, kind of get into, at least from what I remember. It's because, your dad's a very big Star Wars fan. And so with that, he made sure that you were also a Star Wars fan. So we used to have a lot of, like, the toy lightsabers. Yeah. And those shits low-key hurt when you get smacked real hard on the hand with one, especially, like, on the knuckle or something. So I remember, like, messing around sometimes. And, when you're a kid, you don't really, hold back. You're just like, bam, bam, hitting it as hard as you can. And I'd get, like, smacked in the fingers a couple times. And I'm pretty sure that probably led to a couple different fights. As well as, one thing that wasn't a fight. I'm pretty sure I've apologized for this a couple times. But I remember we were playing, I believe it was the Wii at the time, because we were pretty young. So it was the Nintendo Wii in your living room. Yeah. And, you were sitting there playing the game. And you guys had a cat. A pretty mean cat.
The fucking white one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, me being me, I was like, man, you should hold the cat on your shoulders. I don't know if you remember this.
I don't know.
But you put the cat on your shoulder here, like a parrot. Mm-hmm. And then I proceeded to then smack the cat off of you.
What the fuck?
So it was like standing here, and I just went, after it was there, it was already nervous. Its tail was wagging. So, at the time I was younger, guys. I was maybe 11, so it was a little stupid. But I smacked the cat off of you, and all I remember is it digging its claws into, like, right here on the side of your back and scratching all the way down, and you were just, like, gushing blood for a while there. So I don't know how you don't remember
You were basically the older brother, because you were always fucking setting me up to get hurt or get in trouble. Like, one time, Robert, he was spending the night, and it was, like, the middle of the night. My sister was dead asleep, and for no reason, Robert's like, he's like, I dare you to go punch your sister in the forehead. Me, being the fearless motherfucker that I was like,
big cojones.
Oh, bet. You telling me I won't? I'll go do it. So in the middle of the night, the poor girl was dead asleep in her bed, just trying to get some nice sleep for the next day. And out of nowhere, let him know what you hear, Robert. What you hear from the next room.
I'm sitting in Brandon's room, laying down, waiting for him, because, as he was stating, I dared him to go punch. I mean, I didn't dare him to go do anything. I plead the fifth. But basically, Brandon had this bright idea. Brandon had this bright idea where he wanted to go punch his sister in the forehead. That's not my idea. And, it has been years, so different truths. But anyway, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, he's not going to go do it. He's been gone now maybe for a minute. So in my mind, he's just, sitting there maybe debating it, trying to make it look like he did. And then out of nowhere, I'm sitting there just laying down, and I hear, it was loud. I mean, it was sounding like a hard-ass hit. I was like, damn, what was that? And then Brandon comes running. I mean, full sprinting in this bitch. He was faster than Usain Bolt, jumps into bed. He's like, I fucking did it. I punched her in the head. I did it.
Next thing you hear, from the next room, dude.
All of a sudden, this Angelina starts bawling. And I was like, no way, he fucking did it. So we're pretending to be asleep because we're like, oh, fuck, because she's crying. So we're scared. Brandon's over here like, oh, fuck, no, she's going to wake up my dad. So, he's like, pretend to be asleep. So we're like laying there, like giggling, but like trying not to show that we're awake. And then all of a sudden you just hear, you hear your dad, your dad has some pretty loud footsteps, especially like when he's like mad. And so you just hear like, like just walking over to Angel's room, and then all of a sudden you just hear, Brandon hit me in the head. I was sleeping and he hit me. And then your dad just out of nowhere, it's like a snap of the fingers, appears at your door. Brandon, and just yelling at you.
Why the hell would you hit your sister while she's sick? Oh God! And then I was like, Robert told me to do it, and Bobby's like, Unky, I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't tell him to do that at all. Who would do that? And then my dad's like, Brandon, why are you lying? And oh my God, I got it, dude. I got my ass whooped.
Look, I still plead the fifth because the years have gone on. I don't even remember if I did tell him to do it. At this point, he's told me that I've told him to do it so many times. I've denied it so many times. Maybe the truth is somewhere in between, where we were just like, wouldn't it be funny if you punched your sister in the head? And so that way, it's really none of our faults. It's kind of just, kids being kids. Scenarios happen. But with that, if it was my fault, I do apologize.
He's not sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. That shit was funny, and it's a good story. You could also hear that story from Brandon's point of view on Game Groovin'.
Oh yeah, Game & Groove. Yeah, that story is on my gaming channel as well.
Yeah, check it out. It does have a decent amount of views. I believe it's in the 40 view range. 30
something
40 view range.
40.
Not a Fruities video. It's not a Fruities video, but
yeah, no Fruities video.
My ass hurts. We need to get chairs next time.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it there, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed all our fucking nonsense talking. The next episode may or may not have a special guest. It may or may not have Greg. I don't really know, but
I'll try to stay as persistent as I can with the podcast because I want to be a filmmaker. So hopefully it'll potentially help me learn some things. And then you're wanting to do this as your thing, as well as probably start some other sort of business ventures. So I should hopefully be here every week. Brandon should hopefully be here every week, unless there's some sort of outstanding circumstances. But yeah, as you were stating, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next. I don't know about next week because these things take forever to upload, but I'll see you next time. Adios.
Bye bye.
Adios, Fs.